So we're gonna get the jack out now. And all Ford F-150s this year. Just open this up. And you gotta take this out. Right. Like that. That's just a bunch of stuff that I keep around. You grab it in the handle like that. And the other handle's here. You turn it like this. Boom. There you go. That's the jack. That's how you do that.
Like and subscribe if you like this video.
To lift the car up to give us some more room to work. We're using the jack stand that comes with the truck. And we'll get it up. But we'll put some shock blocks under the back wheels just to immobilize everything. Because we don't want to be unsafe around this thing. We'll do it on both sides. Okay, I think that'll work for me. So now I'll let it go. I'll let it down on here. And all the weight will be on the jack stand. Okay. So much so that I can just remove the jack. So now the weight's on the jack stand. See? It gives me a little bit more room to work with. I'll do this on both sides. Oh, that's even better. So I'm using an 18mm, and I'm gonna take this crossbar out because it's stopping us from dropping the pan. So that'll be our first order of business here. This stuff is hooked on pretty good. I don't have any impact wrenches. I'm doing this old school. So I may have to get a breaker bar to get these off. I'm gonna spray them with some penetrant. They don't look rusty at all. I don't think it's rusted. So we got this off, this cross member. And just a pro tip, I always try to put the bolts back onto the part as much as I can so that I don't lose the parts. And also it gives me orientation. I know that this is the top and this is how I get them off. So now I won't forget that however many days later when I'm trying to get this off. Also, remove needed bolts and accessories. We're on this step here. That's a big part. This was a big step here that was blocking the oil pan from coming down. So now I'm just gonna go assess whatever other things I need to take down and to be able to get access to my bolts and everything. So, all right.
Okay, now we're gonna drain the oil from the pan.
So we're gonna lefty-loosey on the oil. Yep. And so, just grab it. All right. So we can do this with hand, and I'll just sort of push. I will have a constant pressure up until I realize that I've reached the end of the thread. Okay. I'm pushing with this finger up into the hole while I'm turning so that it's not gonna leak out as much. Make a mess. Okay, I just want to make sure that it squirts out into that. All right, I'm almost there. I think I'm there. If I pull out, it'll just drop. Okay, ready? And that was pretty good.
I forgot to mention this is a 16mm bolt, and we drained all the oil from the pan. They still got a little bit left, so it's dripping. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put this on and not all the way in. I'll bump it and I'll come back out so I can clean all the oil from all of this.
I've got some brake cleaner here, so I'm gonna try to get this cleaned up. I'm trying to. All right, so that cleans the oil up a little bit. Just wipe it up, and then whenever I tighten this up, it'll be nice and clean. That's probably the cleanest that's been in, I don't know, over 10 years, 13 years. Anyway. So, yep, I'll torque this up before we finish the job. You know, before I put oil back in, I'll put the right torque on this. But for now, it's good enough to suffice. So that's draining the oil. I'll have to take the filter off too, because I got a new filter. The filter's up in the front. So what we'll do is we'll shift this oil pan over to the front here, and we'll pull the oil filter off. I'm looking at these bolts right now. There's a couple of them. Right now I see 2, but there may be 3. And it's a difficult thing. This is a 13 millimeter. All the rest of them are 10. But you see this long bolt right here? That's creating a problem, because I need a long socket to go on there in order to take it off. Or I have to get a wrench in there somehow, but I can't get a wrench in there. So this might be the most difficult thing we have to do, is get these things out and then get them back in, right? So, all right, so we're removing all the pan bolts. The front bolts are better and easier to be removed from the front of the vehicle, like in front of the radiator. So my son got in there and he removed them because he's small. So if you don't have a son to do that, make one. Make a son and wait 10 years. Sorry, 12 years, Matt. And then change your oil in your oil pan. See, I got jokes. I got jokes, guys. I don't know. I got jokes.
Alright, so when we got the bolts off, this was stuck on there pretty good, so I got a rubber mallet and started hitting just on the sides here, up here by these tabs, and it came right off. Here you see. There you go. So watch this. Here's the money shot. Let's see. Those are your pistons. See, that's the bottom of your pistons right there. Right there. That's the bottom of your pistons. Yep. This is your oil pump. This is your oil tube. So we'll throw that away. All right, we're good. We're done. Congratulations.
Still. That's the inner engine.
So you got your
There's the piston.
pistons right here, piston right there. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8. V8. So, yep. It might have been what failed. It might have been the seal around this area. So what I'll do is I'll just take a razor blade, clean this up as much as I can. And here's your dip tube. So if you ever wonder where that thing came in to check your oil, this is it right here. This is your dipstick. So when you change your oil and you check your oil, you're taking this dipstick out of the out of the engine. So your oil needs to be at least this, I guess somewhere around here, full of oil. I was probably supposed to take that out, but I didn't. But it's a good little thing to show you. So when you're checking your oil, that's it. That's what you're looking at. And so we can maybe put that oil pan back under it. Okay, so we got last night we got this got the pan off, and so what we do is just remove the gasket, which this is the old gasket, right? And you didn't get this, but it was kind of stuck on there, and all I do is find like an internal piece, like a tab right here, and just kind of pull up on it, and it kind of popped off. It's not too hard. I didn't have to pry it off or anything. I was trying to inspect this to see if I could find where it may have started leaking, but I have no idea. But apparently it's a common thing, since there's a lot of other videos out there on YouTube that show you how to do this. So this is the old one. It's still pliable. It's not like it's breaking up or brittle, but for whatever reason it stopped. It's not working. So we can throw this. Well, you know what else? We can compare it to the new one. Sorry. You're getting my dirty garage, right? So we can compare it to the new one. And that, let's see. Looks like it'll be perfect. But actually, it goes like this. There you go, perfect match. Just like it. So I've got the Felpro brand of gasket. So it should be good. I mean, this is, you can tell that if you rub your fingers on this, you can tell how the seal on this one is a lot, it's gonna be really good. So, yep. So I'm just scraping off this seal surface with this razor blade. You don't want to gouge the surface, so you gotta just do it real nice and smooth. Make sure.
Okay, stop talking so that we can get the speed up.
might want to take a chance. You might want to take some time to clean up your internal stuff like that. See? There's some stuff they got in here. A lot of chunks in here. That's kind of dirty. This side, let's get this side. I'm gonna take some brake cleaner. I'm gonna clean all of this. Nice and clean. Very clean. Well, that service.